Big up, but before I get into further details of this Bob Marley assassinated by the government, kindly go follow Vybz Kartel Vines on Instagram. So yeah man, the page got reported by some unscrupulous individuals. So go and add them back, alright?
Babylon no build great people. I'm gonna go and kill great people.
Link, Marcus, Malcolm, Marley, Martin Luther, Paul Boyle, George William, Nani, Sam Shaw, Jesus Christ, Selassie, Mohammed, Kodjo of the Maroon, Donovan Bennett. I want you to know, Prezi was a good man.
So now people, right here we have the man who claims he assassinated the reggae legend Bob Marley. And people, remember to hit the thumbs up because videos like these don't normally get the likes it deserve. Alright, so let's get into this. So right here man, so while Bob was in the USA trying to treat an illness, he was injected by a CIA hitman, all because of bad mind. But according to Mr. Oxley, who is the killer, Bob Marley was also placed in the goals of the CIA of jeopardy, threatening the existence of the United States. You understand? He also said he was succeeding in creating a revolution that used his music as a more powerful tool than bullets and bombs. Bob Marley 1976 was also a very serious threat to the global status quo, to the hidden powers of brokers and implementing their plan for a new world order. You understand me people? So let's continue. So the man said, as far as the agency was concerned, Bob Marley was too successful, too famous, too influential. Jano star people. So let's continue. A Jamaican Rastaman who started using his funds and fame to support causes around the world that were in direct conflict with the CIA, and to be honest, he said he signed his own death. You understand? Says the CIA hitman. John no starts up. So people, my analysis of what I just read is just, if you become too powerful or influential, you're going to be targeted. You understand? Not only by the normal badman civilians, but by bigger officials like the CIA and other organizations. You understand people? But the self-proclaimed killer also had this to say, so listen to this. So it says here, it's not like we didn't warn him. We sent a few guys to shoot up his house in Kingston, Mr. Oxley says. John no star people. So you say that though, I'm gonna tell you some people, most of the crime or some of the crime is not done by only citizens of the country but by other foreigners. You see me, say people, just remember that. Alright, so the man said, we sent a few guys to shoot up his house in Kingston, Mr. Oxley says, referring to the shooting in Marley's residence that left the singer with an injured arm and chest. We had a message for him. We impressed upon the gravity of the situation he found himself in. He didn't listen. 2 days later in the mountains, we stuck up with a pin. 2 days after Bob Marley was shot in the left arm by one of these 3 gunmen who ambushed the singer and some of his crew in the house in Kingston. And after a brief stint in the hospital, Bob Marley traveled to the protective hills of Blue Mountain, Jamaica, spent time in the highest point in Jamaica, rehearsing for an upcoming concert. According to Mr. Oxley, which is the killer, he used a past credential to gain access to Bob Marley during the Blue Mountains retreat. He introduced himself as a famous photographer working for the New York Times and gave Bob Marley a gift. He said, I gave him a pair of Converse All-Stars size 10. When he tried the right shoe, he screamed out, "Ouch!" That was his life, was right over right there. The nail in the shoe was tainted with cancer viruses and bacteria. If it pierced your skin, which it did, it was a good night nurse. John no star people. So you see how Jamaica is brainwashed, because growing up, everybody always say, oh, Bob Marley play football and get cancer in a foot, and that never in my history yet. So people, this story definitely have some value behind it and makes some perfect sense. You understand me, people? Very good information. So let's continue. There had been a series of high-profile assassination of counterculture figures in the United States in the late 60s, early 70s. By the time Bob Marley's time came around, we thought subtly that was the world order of the day. No more bullets and splattered brains. Mr. Oakley says he kept close contact with Bob Marley during the final years of his life, assuring the medical advice he received in Paris, London, and the United States wouldn't hasten his demise rather than cure him. He died from cancer in May 1981. He was just 36 years old. The killer also had this to say: "The last time I saw Bob, he died. He had removed the dreadlocks and his weight was dropping like a stone," he says. "He was very withdrawn, unbelievably small. He was shrinking in front of us. The cancer had done its job." The day he died in Miami was definitely one of the most difficult moments in my career. Yeah man, it a go burn him, man. Remember, as people always say, no man, what's in the dark must come to light. Let's continue. I felt real bad for a long time. I wasn't comfortable with my part of his death, but eventually I came to realize it has done it for America. John No Star, people, that was the killer story, Oxley. So people, the moral of this story is, want to make it up big as a ghetto youth or have some influence over the world, always watch your back, because them are come for you. Alright people and viewers, I can bet the story is not going to be taken seriously by the other official. They are just going to say, oh, he has dementia or whatever. But trust me people, what's in the dark must come to light. So like this video, share this video across all media platforms, and leave your thoughts in the comments section. And also watch this clipping of Bob Marley and you will get some information out of it. Alright, big up.
I'm going bad, and God never liked the way how man was going on. So until Noah build a ark, you know, a thing like a ship or a boat, one of them big ark business. Noah build the ark, Noah building the ark, the people them say Noah build the ark, and them say, what that? These guys are nuts. You know? Just like a man come and him say Rastafari, and people them say, what that? I don't know about that. I mean, you know what I mean? Anyhow, Noah build the ark, God tell him what he must do. In Noah, him 3 sons, and him son, the wife, the woman that was with the sons them, and Noah's woman, and all the peers, animals, and everything God said must get a peer, right? And when the ark finished and thing, flood came and destroyed the rest of the people them. All of them dead off except Noah them. But Noah had 3 sons. One named Ham, one named Shem, and one named Japheth.
Yeah.
Well, from that 3 sons there and the rest a woman where they about the place, they multiply all these people on the face of the earth. You know? So, but mankind get lost again, because I don't know, mankind get lost somewhere down the line that them don't really, man become enemy. You know, the consciousness that Noah is our father, it come like it don't mean anything to people, but it mean a great deal to the Rasta man, because him know that is the truth. And that's why him say love, and that's why him understand everything. You know, that's one of the little part about the unification of the people. Because what the people have to realize that Noah had 3 sons. Well, him give Africa to Ham, which is a black man. Him give Europe to Japheth, which is a white man, and him give Asia to the China, the yellow people, them like, you know, Asian people. So that is how, but I mean, you know, it never say, well, then it's bad as on the earth and me shouldn't come over your side, come look for you or anything like that. We're supposed to be like people on the face of the earth who God created.